Yo, okay. You know what it is. Worth it or not, where we look back at movies we used to watch back in the day to see whether or not they are still
worth watching it or not.
and
Simple. Light work.
It's easy,
Yeah, me.
basically.
Mhm.
Today, we got Leon joining us still.
Yep.
And without further ado, the one that we got today is...
We don't even count what episodes these are. We just throw them out like
I
bonus.
do put the episodes with them, but I feel like it's kind of pointless to do that because it's
Yeah,
they definitely...
I feel like these are just bonus.
Yes.
I feel like these are just like bonuses for like the.
yeah, I feel like I've been putting the episodes in, but they...
Well, maybe we should start keeping count then. After this one, we'll
this is
start
like
keeping-
episode 6.
We've done 6 of these.
I think so, yeah.
I feel like
So-
we've done more, but I can't remember.
Bad Boys.
Oh, you really gonna run through
Oh,
them.
my bad. Okay. Cool.
I know. I'm just saying. 'cause
Bad
I feel like
Boys.
it's more than 6.
Bad Boys, Never Ending Story, Sleepers, Basketball Diaries, and we did one more.
Nah, we didn't do it.
Then 5. This is number
Alright.
5.
Scheme.
Number 5 of Worth It or Not. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification sound, ta-ting, ta-tung, because it's based on the browser, all those things.
I do not like what you just did there, my bro. No, you ever disrespect. No, you ever disrespect me like that, bro. It's like, real, just real clumsy and real. Like, what was this? What was this?
Forget
Not
that
even
thing.
a real point. It was. Yeah, I don't like what you did there, boy. You don't treat me good on this show at all, boy.
My bad.
Don't treat me good, boy. Don't.
My bad. So
Yeah.
okay. The one that we're doing today is Big Trouble in Little
You
China.
chose this.
I
Can we
did.
start letting the people know who chose and who
Yeah, I chose
recommended?
this. Do you know how many times I've watched this film? Jeez.
Yeah.
You know, I feel
Right.
like I've never even seen it.
Wow.
I know, and I thought I had, and maybe I have, but this
Have you-
film
have you
is
seen it,
so
though?
old.
100 times.
Bro,
blood.
do you know those movies?
Growing up.
So you know, yeah, bro, because you know, obviously, when man's got a VHS, you've got certain movies that you grew up with.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. Big Trouble in Little China, and I had Best of the Best. You ever seen Best of the
Of course
Best?
I see Best
So
of the Best,
Big-
blood.
so
Are you
Big
big
Trouble-
Trouble?
Huh?
Is that Van Damme?
Nah,
Nah.
it's with Julia Roberts' brother.
Is that a brother?
Yeah, Michael Roberts, I think his
What's
name is.
best of the best?
It's like a
So
kung fu
basically,
thing. And
yeah.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was Van Damme.
No. Basically, they take like all the top countries' fighters or something, and they put
Yeah.
them in like a.
I know, I know it. I feel like I know it, but I
Best
don't know
of the
why I'm
Best.
putting
Yeah.
Van Damme on.
Eric Roberts.
Okay.
I mean, it's around that time.
Yeah.
Van Damme
So
was
I
popular.
used to have Best of the Best and Big Trouble in Little China on the same VHS. So
That's
I
an
used to
underrated movie
go-
still that you.
Best of the Best is sick.
Very
do that one
underrated,
as well.
blood.
So I used to
Yeah.
go back and forth with them. Anyway, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. I've seen it so many times, but I thought, do you know what? I haven't seen it in a while. So let's see how I watch it in as an adult and see whether it still slaps.
I think it was on Netflix or Prime.
Was it?
I want to say maybe like a month or 2 ago.
Oh,
like
wow,
during
for
lockdown. I
real?
know they put it, because I remember seeing it on there, and you save to your
Yeah,
like
yeah,
watch
yeah,
this
yeah.
or whatever, and then they taking it down. But I know it was on one of them. I want to say it was like Prime. I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Is
But
Kurt Russell one of the original actors?
yeah, he's one. Yeah, that's what it was. Him
Would you
and
say
Stallone,
that?
isn't it?
He kind of is though.
It was him and Stallone at one point, wasn't it?
Like he's
Nah,
like
man.
he's like what I was talking about when we were reviewing Tomorrow's War, or in terms of this is the new action film. That he was that guy back then.
Yeah, but what
He
other
was
movie?
one of
What
them.
other movie would you say that he was actiony in? Because this is.
Tango and Cash, he was in.
Oh yeah.
Tango and Cash, and he was in the Snake movie where he was pretending
Piston,
to be
yeah,
solid,
Snake
solid,
Piston.
solid Snake.
Yeah.
He's been in
Live
loads
and
of
Die
movies.
in LA, I think it was
Live
called.
and-
Yeah.
he's been in
Escape
tons of
LA.
movies.
Yes,
Escape,
yeah.
And what else was he in? He was in.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're right. Yeah, he was
bro.
kind of the action movie kind
There's
of guy.
another big one that he was in as well.
Him and actually no, because he was in kind of other softy ones.
Nah, he was in like he's gone from like
He's
the
done a few bits.
70s,
He's done a few
80s,
bits.
and still
Yeah.
moving Backdraft when he was the
firefighter.
firefighter.
Yeah,
Backdraft.
yeah.
Like he's done Unlawful Entry.
I've seen that.
I've never seen.
No, I don't think I've seen
There's
that.
loads of he's been in a few. So like
Okay, yeah.
that's
For some
yeah,
reason,
he
But
was
he wasn't for me. He wasn't the
the top.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He wasn't in.
Well, it depends.
He
Kurt
wasn't in-
Russell's big nuts.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I've what's my man who did Bruce Willis? Like
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
he wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
but this is what I'm saying. So it was like Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, and then you had the B like just underneath them, you had Kurt Russell
I think he's,
punching.
Like, don't get twisted. I ain't never been no big fan of Kurt Russell or whatever not, but he's definitely one of them
definitely.
names I've always heard.
Kurt Russell, yeah. He was married to that Goldie Hawn, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
they did Overboard together, didn't they?
Huh?
And
that
her
movie
daughter
Overboard.
acts. Oh yeah, and they got a daughter that acts as well, isn't it? Her daughter's always in them little rom-coms and that.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
But yeah, so watch this one again, and I don't care what anyone says, still slaps.
I bet you give me the synopsis, because I don't even know what this film's about.
Well, you must do, because you watched it, right?
I mean, like I said,
you
he's
like the comment and say, I mean, oh boy.
A rough and tumble trucker helps rescue his friend's fiance from an ancient sorcerer in a supernatural battle beneath Chinatown. I mean, that pretty much sums it up still.
Do you know what?
John Carpenter, director as well.
Yes, big boy director.
He's done a lot.
Yeah, The Thing.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Is it Natural Born Killers? Did he do that?
I want to say.
I think so. But
Yeah.
But yeah, John Carpenter, he's done loads. So you got Halloween.
Didn't he do no. Sorry.
No, he done Halloween. So obviously the Jason Myers and this, that, blah, 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 blah. He's done loads of stuff. But yeah, for me, this still slapped. I enjoyed it. Slapped. I enjoyed it. Watched it again. I didn't have to turn off. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that the special effects and the CGI were top notch. Because I think it's evidently clear.
Bro,
it's not.
The graphics were worse than flipping Never Ending Story, bro.
No, you're taking
bro, you're going too far
Yeah,
now, bro. You want money? You want money? You're going too far, Bigs, man.
nah.
That's too far, bro. They don't take the piss, man. Don't take the piss.
Nah.
If you didn't like the film, just say you didn't like the film, but don't lie.
Bro,
You lied.
Nah,
You just lied me.
What was
shitting me?
What was
Bro, this film was horrible to watch again, bro.
No,
I can't even remember it the first time. Anyway, I think it's one of them films which kind of went under my radar. I kind of see it, but I didn't see it. It's not something I had on VHS. You hear me? There's not something I kept going back to. Obviously, I know the name, and I don't know why I know the name, but I know the name because it's a big film. But yeah, this was horrid though. This hasn't aged well at all. At all. This is horrible. The acting, horrible. Story, horrible. Scenery, horrible. Jokes, horrible. Everything was horrible about this film. Like,
You're
like,
gassing.
I struggled to get. I was
You're
like,
gassing.
yo,
You're
I'm
gassing.
not, bro.
Gassing.
This is like one of the films here where it's like, right, where people will say, right, you sure you don't want to do the worth it or not? Because it's like these films like are mad dated, like boom, boom, boom. This is one of those films, bro. You wouldn't watch this shit now, bro. This is horrible. I know, but because you had
early Kim Cattrall as well before she started,
bro. This is
Sex and City.
This is dead, and her part was terrible. She was like nothing. It was a proper bad 80s film.
what I then or now?
Now you can look at it and think, nah, this was bad.
Yeah, but then this is the thing with when you go back and watch your movies, like you're ultimately gonna have that discussion and say,
but some kind of you can understand and see where it was, which I could do with this a little bit. Like, what is this? What is this a comedy? This is a comedy.
It's 100% a comedy.
Yeah, it's all out comedy.
Well,
This
there's
comedy
action as well.
and
adventure.
Action.
It's just comedy and fantasy.
Well, there's action.
I'm not gonna lie, watching it again, because it's something is one of my favorites. It was definitely I wanted to really say, yeah, bruv, it was sick. Watching it again.
It's not though.
But
it's not.
Do you know what it is as well? You got to remember back then, them man, they were doing like hour and a half movies, hour and 40 minute movies. But so you realize how much they cram and cut corners because it had to fit in that whole hour and a half, hour and 40 movie. Like, so for me, it's like you're ultimately gonna.
Why was this a good movie for you lot back in the days?
It's
like, what was stand out for you, and what did you enjoy, and what did you see again that was like, oh shit, I remember that.
Almost everything. When I was like, even when he got licked down by the truck, I'm like, oh shit, low pan, still moving road. Then you got the two people fighting. You know that bit? And then you got Kurt Russell coming up with this, that, boom, 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 boom.
All of that is just corn, bro.
Yeah.
All of that is corny, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Is that what you like?
Yeah, it's corny.
You know,
It's an 80s
Do you know
movie.
what though?
Yeah, but is
Kurt
it
Russell
worth
was
watching now?
definitely corny in this though.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be though.
No. But I mean, he was extra. You know, like you could see like every word that he made, you could hear him
Corn.
being
It was
mad.
just corn flakes.
But
dropping off his tongue.
I thought it was
You know
funny.
the sorcerer.
I thought it was funny.
You know the
Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else has he been in? What have I seen him
He's
in?
been in Bear.
Is he dead now?
Fucking, I don't even know what else Lopan.
Because I feel like I've seen him in
No, you
something
have seen it. You
recently.
have seen it. I don't know about recently, but you have seen
And
him
I
in
mean,
Bear
when I
other
mean
things.
recently, within the last decade, not like last couple years. But I was like, oh shit, I remember you, man. What have I last seen you in though?
I think Donnie's
What
been.
knows, but he's in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
He's been in Blade Runner.
Nah, I've seen him in something.
He's been in Bear other things. He was like, you know, my man, you know that
Hangover.
Nah, Hector. He's always named Hector, fam. Spanish brother.
Oh,
He was in Fast and Furious and his bud.
yeah, I know you're
His
talking
name
about.
he was in
always
Russia.
Hector.
He was in Rush Hour as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
that might have been something I see.
But yeah, I don't remember him in anything. But I got a fun trivia for you. Do you know the guy with the swords?
Yes.
I won't
So-
remember that shit. Bro.
The bad guy with the swords.
In this.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one with the sword. So he had three men that used to like three
Yeah,
warriors.
Yeah.
There was one with the sword. There's the electric one.
Yeah.
There was the
Oh,
chubby
yeah,
one, and they had the
yeah,
one with the sword.
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what he's from?
Actually,
You should know.
Do you know what?
You should know.
I
Bro,
watched
I
it
can't
the other.
remember
I
what he
watched
looks
it.
like.
When I watched it, I said, "This guy's been in something, and I don't know what it is."
I can't remember.
You
what
should
he
know.
looks like. I can't
He's
remember.
from My Wife and Kids. He is the Wongs. Do you know the Chinese people?
Oh,
this, that.
shit.
He's
Yeah,
the dad.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
the
yeah. I knew I
husband.
seen
I can't say I can't remember, but I know
Yeah,
who you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
I
he's
feel
the-
like I've seen him in a
he's the
martial
husband.
arts movie though, like an old school. You know, like Jackie Chan,
Yeah, maybe.
Snake and Crane, that kind of.
Yeah.
He
that
might
kind of
he
era.
might have been in one of those, but that's where I know because I watched it the other day and I was like, oh shit, it's my man.
Okay.
But yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I love this movie, man.
Serious.
I think, do you know what I will put it down to? Yeah, is that this is something that I grew up on. So I could literally watch that movie and probably say word for
but
word
you
what
see,
was
like what
going
we were
on.
talking about with the nostalgia thing with like
It's where
Resident
it
Evil
boils
or whatever
down.
not.
Yeah.
Like, do you love it because it just reminds you of like a time?
No,
or are you actually
I
going?
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's a stupid slapstick like comedy and thing. Like it's
I
not.
know, but it's
supposed
not a
to be
good one.
taken
It's not a good one though.
I think it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like all the little bombs, and even when my man's got the thing in his hand, blows it, licks man in his stomach. It's so stupid, but it's just.
All right. Let me take it back. Even if it's not a good one, the premise of this show is it worth it or not watching now? Like,
Yes.
has it traveled through time?
When
well?
you say that, are you talking about putting it on for someone like us and our generation, or are you talking about like you say we got kids and young kids and you saying, right, watch this with me? Because this is where my answer will differ between the two.
All right, I guess. All right,
Would you still watch it now? Yes or no? That's what it is.
yeah.
Would
it's
you
not
still
necess-
watch it
Yeah.
now?
Would you? Is it worth watching now?
For me,
And
Yeah.
and if you recommended, but I wouldn't say kids because that's just too far fetched. Because
Kids
film-
ain't used to it because they won't.
that we're
they'll
too
click-
far.
Yeah,
We're too.
yeah.
That's too far detached on what that kind of film was.
Yeah.
But would you say, you know what, this was like we've said Sleepers and Never Ending Story and whatever not. That's actually a good film to watch again. Like,
yeah, but I
enjoyed
was saying,
watching that
would
again.
you watch Never Ending Story with your kids? Would you make them watch it? That's
Alright,
that's
No, only because
that's like
like-
putting on Goonies
No.
and saying, would you watch Goonies with your kids?
Yes, and only because storyline and everything else apart from the graphics is good.
To be
What, in
fair,
Goonies?
So this, everything else is rubbish though. Everything's rubbish for me. So like Goonies, Never Ending Story, I would.
I honestly,
But-
yeah, but sorry to cut you, but I wouldn't. And the reason why I say that is because these kids nowadays, they don't know nothing about playing out. So the adventures of whatever, they're gonna think these men are dumb.
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
talking about? Like,
No,
where are you going?
I
Like,
get that, but I still think it would be worth watching.
yeah,
Whether
I
they'll-
would, but
whether
I don't,
they'll
I don't think
enjoy
kids.
it.
I don't think kids would watch it. I think you'd put it on and say,
It's to you.
"You watch it because I'm watching it." You know what I mean?
All right.
worth
So
it or
scrap-
not, it's to you.
So scrap kids,
Yeah.
and just say, do you think it's worth like us watching it again?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because it'll be a Sunday movie for me.
And you would still enjoy it and be like, oh, that was a good
Sunday
watch.
movie for me, yeah. For it's not a thing where I'd say, oh yeah, I'd go out of my way, but you know, like if Goonies popped on a Sunday, I'd watch Goonies.
Goonies is no comparison to this.
No. But I'm saying Goonies
shit's all over this.
Yeah. But I'm saying Goonies is still a Sunday movie for me. It's still a
Saturday blockbuster. I watch Goonies at 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Nah,
my days.
You lot don't do that. You're hyping up this thing.
Nah,
I wouldn't even watch this on a Tuesday straight after fucking gym.
You're a hater, man. You're a real hater, bro. I don't know what's come over you, bro. You come over. Listen, people. Big Trouble in Little China, for me, massive watch it.
Massive.
Massive
Why are you
watch
so
it, bro.
overdramatic,
Massive
bro?
watch it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not massive.
This is a wicked nostalgic
I
movie.
wouldn't say massive.
You get me? Low pan, them man there. Kurt
Nah,
Russell, all them man there. Hit it up. It's the best thing.
Run up the numbers. Run it up.
Listen, if you want to watch a big movie from the 80s, it's Big Trouble in Little China. My name's Daniel Nero. That's the end of the show.
Hear what I'm saying, yeah? For me, this is kind of everything everyone would rip. Like the 80s films about or old school films about. This has every I think I even saw string in this film.
I didn't look for it still. I did look for it still. You see when they did the front crossing over to you?
That bit was bad still.
Bro, it's like this is everything you hate about one of those old school 80s just.
But I feel like that's why I like it. I swear, it sounds mad, but that's why I like it.
Typical 80s action.
Yeah, but you know what?
Slapstick
get away
comedy.
from that because I'm not expecting that because all these old school films are gonna have that little taint.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
it's supposed to be a comedy.
However, I just think everything else was just really like, this like it was cool for back then, but to watch that now it's just like, ouch, ooh, really, dead, bruh.
I never got any of that, bro.
Yeah, I was just like,
bring on Big Trouble in Little China 2.
what?
Whoa.
Don't even remake this. That's what I'm saying. Never ending story. You can remake, and kids will love that.
See, I wouldn't even say remake that, fam.
But you could, and kids will love it because the storyline is still bangs. Like it's still a good film.
Have you seen Never Ending Story recently?
It's just the graphics.
Recently?
Like, have you watched it recently?
Like, last 5 years?
I think I have. I think I watched it again, a Sunday movie.
But that's what I'm saying. But the story still bangs. It's just the graphics is terrible. Once they polish all that up and put that in 4K, what? That's
but see, again, then it goes back to, I don't know. Me personally, I think it bangs because of the nostalgia feeling and everything else. Like it brings you back to that moment. You see, like when my man's in the loft and he's yamming his
you know what?
lunch.
Perfect examples, yeah. Goonies.
Yeah.
You know what I think they did, how they recreated that? Stranger Things. Like to me, Stranger Things is basically the Goonies in like a TV series form. Like that's what they've taken out of. Even them being set in that time that they set in. Because they didn't have to set it in that time. But they set it in a time where I feel like they've plucked out of the and I think I don't want to lie, but I feel like I read something.
I feel like if they did, I feel like they did that because again, back then, we knew about playing out and we knew about getting on adventures.
That kind of makes sense, to be honest. Because if that was this day and age, the man them ain't really gonna be riding their bikes to the
but now it makes my point even stronger because kids will still watch. That's still a big show.
I don't think kids will watch it.
Honestly, it's a big show. I don't say making it a big show.
Now my kids love that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Kids
but again, all right, for argument's sake. My son's into computer games and rare. Not at one point was there any type of computer games in that show, in that movie.
The second one it was.
Wait, what are you talking about? I was talking about Goonies.
Oh, I was talking about Stranger Things. No, I'm talking about Stranger Things being the new version of the Goonies for a younger generation to relate to.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I feel like they could do with some of these films.
Okay,
it's you can plot a storyline and even the time setting. But you can just make it a bit more relatable.
I honestly don't think the timing, the decade or the time makes a difference with, like, because my thing is these new age kids don't know nothing about the 80s.
No, they don't.
So
but then what clicked with Stranger Things then?
I think because of the storytelling itself, whether you say it in the 90s or the 2000s and the 70s, I just honestly feel like because it was well written, the timing doesn't really make any difference. Because again, none of these do you think that our kids nowadays really care about fucking high platforms and mad colours and they're wearing these big
not at all.
Like, but I think we look at it and be like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's just a scene though. That's like irrelevant. Everything else around it, the actual storyline though, sells it. And that's why I'm saying I feel like the Goonies storyline will still sell, even though if you was to like keep, well, I feel that's what Stranger Things is.
Yeah.
But
can we stay on the greatest show the 80s have ever produced, please?
I think you're getting too far with this one, blood.
Trouble in Bomber Club.
I think you're getting too far with this. You're getting too far.
It's rubbish. Is it a watch it or not, please, sir?
Worth it.
Worth it or not, sorry. Is it worth it or not?
I'm going to say it's a worth it.
That is enough. Don't need no explanation. No need nothing. Just need to know that this is a worth it. 2 against 1. I'll accept it.
You really like this, bro. You proper like.
Yeah, I love it, bro.
Like, it's hard to take your word or not, because
I love it.
Something happened when you watched this.
I love it.
Like you're holding something.
I love it.
That you don't want to share, but something happened to you.
I love this movie.
That's the why.
I love this.
I think
movie.
he dressed up as Lil Pan for Halloween or something.
Yeah. He connected this differently. Like there was a moment where it was like, I remember
this movie
and I
brought
used to
me
get
back so much. I enjoyed it. I saw all the bits that I saw before, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh no, this, that, and I'm finishing the sentences and on this, that, blah, blah, blah. All for me, bruv. Love the movie. Yeah. If anyone's got anything else to say or not, then this is the end of the show.
You're just happy, boy.
Grinning.
Weird, boy. Weirdo.
I enjoyed it. But yeah, okay, cool. It's a 2 against 1, so that makes it a worth it.
That's all right for me, man. You lot go watch Big Trouble in Little China.
I'll watch it again when I get home.
And see. Now talking to them.
That's the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching and joining us to review this fantastic
Big up
show.
yourself.
1986? Was it?
So some very old school film.
1986 or 1988? Something 1980 something anyway. 1986, yeah. Yeah, old one, so explains why it's kind of dated. Yeah, that's the end of this one.
And that's the end, man.
That's it.
People, as usual, subscribe, like, comment, shake up the algorithms and all that. Make sure you press the notification so you keep noted, because watching it by yourself is
boring.
So that's
what you ain't said that for time. Missed that.
I know it. You be missing it.
Yeah.
He's not good at this. I tell you, don't worry, we're gonna talk.
But yeah. All right, people. That's it. Thanks again for Leon coming down, help us review it.
It was a pleasure, man.
Definitely be back on the show. Yeah, I'm Daniel Nero. Got my co-host.
I go by the name of Zush, aka Guyver.
And that's another one.
Yeah.